My name is Jeff Balch. I'm a cousin of Lincoln Brigade veteran Ed Balchowsky. I wish I could claim to be Ed's grandson, but I am merely the grandson of Ed's cousin, David. Ed's dad and David's dad were brothers, and Ed's grandfather was my great-great-grandfather. It so happens David was politically quiet, while Ed was not. And when Ed went to Spain, other family members shook their heads. And later on, Ed's story wasn't told to the offspring of the quieter Balches, one of whom was me. So, in 1989, when I moved to Chicago, I had never heard of Ed, who was still living here that year. I found out about him a year later, after he died, from less quiet Chicago friends. I feel a strong connection, though. Had we met, we would have shared some political views, a bit of iconoclasm, maybe an interest in music making. Following the loss of his right arm in battle near the Ebro, Ed was widely acknowledged a master of single-hand piano pieces. But we never met. So all I could do for him was get him a cemetery stone. When he died in '89, he was buried in an unmarked plot west of Chicago. A dozen years later, I put together a team of Chicago area Lincoln Brigade supporters to raise funds for the cenotaph stone you see in this photo. Biochemistry tells us fathers and sons share half their genes, while a grandson shares only a quarter with a grandfather. Cousins like Ed and David share only 1/8. And these overlaps can be multiplied, so in terms of genes, Ed and I overlap only about 3%. But I hope that somewhere in that 3%, I inherited Ed's chutzpah gene. My family and I salute Ed and all brigadistas for their brave stand against fascism and other outrages almost a century ago.